Hi there. This video is going to introduce you to Student Information System, SIS. As student, I'm sure that my experience can help you to be familiar with this new system. The Student Information System, SIS, is implemented by HKUST to accommodate the 334 university curriculum. It also aims to improve IT service provided to the HKUST community and my portal. Here's a short agenda of what we are going to talk about in this video. Let me introduce the system to you first. As a student, we also call the SIS as the Student Center, and there are three major functions which are academics, finance and personal info. The overview of these functions will be explained in detail in the next few sections. In order to get to the Student Center, you can access for my portal page under the title Student Center. To access the HKUST portal, you can search by Google, or you just typed in my.ust.hk. This is how it looks like inside the Student Center. You can see that it is divided into three major parts, which is academics at the top, finance in the middle, and personal information at the bottom. Let's talk about the academics. The academics contains the major functions for class enrollment, such as checking for class schedules or class add drop. It also allows students to check the academic performance or progress. When you click My Academic tab, most academic-related functions can be found here. It includes your academic requirements, what if report, communicates with advisors, transfer credit reports, course history, and finally, how to generate an unofficial transcript. In My Academic Requirements function, you can find curriculum requirements and check whether you have already fulfilled them or not. For example, this requirement asks students to take 36 credits, but the students have only taken 25 and there are 11 more credits to go. The What If Reports function allows students to check the process to a completed degree under different scenarios the students wish to set. If you wish to change your program or major, you should make good use of this function for stimulation. But please remember, this is a stimulation. It cannot reflect your actual graduation requirements. For the My Advisor function, you can find your My Advisor statement here so you can contact if you need any assistance in any academic-related issues. This is the page where you can view your credit transfer report. It allows students to review the course that transferred from other institution after the information has been approved and verified by the department and academic registry. This function is also applicable for exchange student to transfer the credits. If you wish to check the course and its result of current or previous semester, you can check it from the course history function which is shortlisted in different orders. And as the transcript function, it can generate an unofficial transcript in PDF format facilitating printing. For the finance part, the tab of Finance is in the middle of the homepage. Students can view outstanding charges, payment related to term fees, deferred payment information, etc., in the Account Inquiry tab page. Let's go through the personal information part. The tab is the bottom of the homepage. Students can view or update personal information on various tab pages, such as addresses, email addresses, contact information, etc. Students can add or change the address information. Mailing address is always used by the university to send official correspondence to students. You should not use the campus address as your correspondence mailing address. Students can add, change or delete any type of email addresses. Furthermore, students can add or change their phone number and add emergency contacts into the system. Please be reminded that the university always used the campus account, or we call the ITSC account, for email communication with students. So we expect student to check their ITSC email accounts from time to time and set as default email account for easier access. Students may update the extracurricular activities information for their own references, while university will update the record of the co-curricular activities sections such as exchange program. Under the Academic Honors and Awards page, students may view the internal honor or awards granted by HKUST, including Dean's List Award, Scholarship Award and Academic Achievement Medal. Students can also maintain the external honors and awards in the awards section while these records are for reference only. Other than that, there are some useful links inside the system. For example, students can maintain the personal bank accounts by pressing the Update Bank Accounts located in the right-hand side of the main page of Student Center. Up to this moment, I'm sure that most of you have a brief understanding on how the SIS works. So now I'm going to introduce the flow for the class enrollment, which most of you are concerned about. Before applying in SIS, the first thing you should know when the enrollment date is. So where can you find such information? It's on the right-hand side of the SIS homepage. Under the tab of the enrollment date, just simply click the Details button and you can see the information you need. This is what I'm talking about. We have divided the whole enrollment process into two. The first period is validation period, which is also called the shopping cart appointments. After that you need to go through the enrollment appointment. After clicking the Details button, it will show the enrollment date by session. However, it only shows you the start day because after even the term has commenced, you can still perform functions, such as course add, course drop and course swapping in the SIS system. And the bottom, you can see the credit loading. As usual practice, students cannot take more than 18 credits per semester. After you have checked your enrollment date, it's time to look what courses you have been pre-enrolled. We can view the list of activated classes which are enrolled, dropped and waitlisted. Just simply click the appropriate checkbox. Yet reading such a long list may be very difficult when you do your planning, so you can choose to use the calendar view for planning. Click on the calendar view button. You can always return to check for your class schedule throughout the whole period of planning and enrollment of class within the term. So here's how the calendar view looks like. Remember to adjust the week off date, start time and end time. Default start time and end time is 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Now let's go through the whole enrollment process. It is the time to start shopping electives. Do you have any favorite courses? Go to the shopping cart. Then use the class search function here by inputting search criteria including course subject or course number. And then you can find your favorite courses. Click on the search button after you have entered your search criteria. You are also welcome to use the additional search criteria function for better facilitating the class search. This is the search result interface. Don't forget to click the button View All Sections in order to see more detail of that section. Most importantly, you should click the Select Class button if you wish to enroll. This window will pop out after you select the class. You can see more information such as enrollment total and available seats. If you confirm to enroll this class, please click Next to put the course into the shopping cart. This shows you have successfully put the course into the shopping cart. However, you still have steps to do before enrolling to this course. So what should we do now? We need to validate during the shopping cart appointment period. To validate your course, please select the classes in your shopping cart and press to validate button to check if you are allowed to add them. This validation is essential because this will check if the course can be enrolled. Probably there is a time clash, or there is not enough credits that will stop you from enrolling the course. Here's the tick after validation showing that you are allowed to enroll this course in the enrollment period. However, There may be some cases of failure in validation where the system will show you the message and tell the reason. Solve the situation before you try to validate your favorite course again. So let's take a look at the potential problems when validating. For example, you may need to seek special approval or adjust your schedule to get a tick during validation period. Please be reminded that time conflict checking will only be performed at the point of actual enrollment process. I will talk more about this later on. Here are the possible outcomes for the validation report. For the first case, this is the course you can add during the enrollment period, but please complete the enrollment procedure during the enrollment period. For the second case, every undergraduate student who wants to enroll a postgraduate course must apply across career approval. For the third case, if you do not have enough credits to take the course, please seek credit overload. Again, students in general cannot take more than 18 credits during a regular semester. For the fourth case, you're going to add a course but fail to meet its prerequisites, so you need to ask for prerequisite waiver approval. And for the last case, some courses require instructor's consent, and therefore, please seek instructor's consent approval. As we mentioned, if you do not meet the class prerequisites requirements and do not have the instructor's consent, these will lead to a failure in validating the course. You may refer to the course list in calendar which has shown the prerequisites and the instructor consent approval needed for enrollment. For these two situations, you need to request for approval by clicking on the approval button, and then you will have a pop-up web page. For class enrollment request, please fill in the form by selecting the appropriate type for approval request according to the validation result. If you have validated all your courses in the shopping cart, then what you need to do is to wait until your enrollment date comes. Within the enrollment period, you need to formally enroll into the class during your assigned enrollment time slot. This can be done under the Enroll Add tab. Click the Enroll button to enroll all the classes that you have added into the shopping cart. In the last step of your enrollment, view your results. The status column in the far right shows whether you have successfully added the classes. A green tick shows the class is successfully added, while if a red cross shows with the message is shown, that means there is an error when adding class. I will explain some common enrollment issues to you in a later slide. Please be reminded that all the successful enrolled class will take 2 days to get into Canvas. Apart from adding a course, you should also learn how to drop the course. You can make good use of the add drop function. You may drop the wish list or enrolled class at the drop tab under Enroll function, and then select the classes. However, before doing so, you should think wisely as the course may be important in your major selection in the future. Other than the function of class add and class drop, and there's also one more important function called class swap. And now I'm going to talk about the swapping between different classes, which is a vital function in different scenarios. Here are some cases that you may be encountered in class swap. You may swap with different courses, or you can swap within the same course with different time slot. Let's take account 2010 here as the most favorite class, which is on the waitlist, and together with a humor course as a successfully enrolled course. If you have applied the swap function here, when there is a capacity in account course available at waitlist and given that there's no time clash, the system will swap you from the human course to the account course. Here's an example. Put the course you wish to swap to the Swap This Class box and then put the course you wish to take in Select from Shopping Cart box if you have already put the course in the shopping cart. After selecting, make a final check on your swap and click Finish to confirm. Just now, We have talked about swapping between different courses, and now we are going to teach you swapping among different sections within the same course. You have to go to the class, search for the class number, which is different from course code. Copy this number and paste it in the swap function. For example, the student wished to swap from L1 to L2. He should first enter ISM 1090 in swap out field and then paste the intend L2 section, which is 2315, in the swap in field. Then, press the swap button. After enrolling and studying the courses, for sure, you will need to take exams at last. You can go to the term information under Enroll to see details. This is the page where you can check your examination timetable. You can check your schedule in list or calendar view. And here is where you can check your gradings. Back to the class enrollment stage. I am going to elaborate some special cases that you may face during class enrollment. If you do not meet the class prerequisites requirements, or you do not have the course instructor's consent, that may lead to failure in validating your courses. For these situations, you need to request for approval. This is the page where you seek for class approval. Please choose to term and correct approval type. Also upload transcripts or other documents if necessary. Click the button when you're finished. Please note that you still need to do the enrollment after you get the approval. Having the approval does not mean you successfully enroll into the class. You are required to go through the enrollment process again. Apart from success or failure to enter the course, you may face another issue. The class is full. The yellow triangle will come out when the class is full or there is time clash with other enrolled courses. Your waitlist position will be indicated here, as in the picture. You may go back to class schedule calendar for easy review on the report. You can see that the course that clashes with another is displayed in orange. Even though there's a seat in waitlisted class, you still cannot enroll. That can be because of the credit limit per regular term or time conflict with the enrolled course. You probably have to make a choice to drop out from your less preferred course to release the time slot. Always remember to check class schedule to ensure that there's no time clash after adding the class into the shopping cart. To check the waitlist position, you can click the Enroll link under Academic Function and click My Class Schedule tab. As in the slide, there are other useful links inside this home page. On the right-hand side of the home page under the schedule-related links. This is how it looks like if you click the link Class Enroll and Quota. This is an inquiry application with a table view of classes and basic course information of the recent term. You can see quota information of how many students enrolled, how many available seats left, and how many students are waiting. This information is extracted from the SIS and normally updated every 15 to 20 minutes. Always check the latest class information such as date, time and room number here. And if you find there is a term TBA in the room column, please click Remarks column for more detail. This is how it looks like when clicking Student Timetable Planner. You can plan your schedule here to prevent any time clash, or you can swap different time sections within the same course. But please remember that this planner is for own reference only. Students must complete the official class enrollment procedure in system. This is the page for final examination schedule. You may check when and where you are going to have your final exam here. Please keep in mind for these reminders. The maintenance hours for SIS is 7:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. You cannot access the system during these hours. Please avoid clicking the back button on the browser as it will generate an error. During the validation period or shopping cart appointments, please pay attention that adding classes to shopping carts does not mean that you have officially enrolled into the class that you need to enroll the class during the enrollment period. During the validation period, You are also strongly advised to resolve all possible conflicts such as credit load, course prerequisite or time conflicts. Lastly, you need to self-enroll into the class if you have obtained the approval from instructor or the department. Here are contact information for different departments. You can find them on the ARO webpage. If you still have questions on the system, you can always refer to it as this webpage, which is sis.ust.hk, or simply just send us an email to sishelp@ust.hk. Thank you and hope you enjoy this video.